Hey guys, I am D, and I am the Pop Noob. This week I've got something amazing, something you've never seen before. I'm pretty sure, well, at least I've never seen it before. So I'm going to conclude, because I'm a smartass, that you have not seen this before either. Here we go. It's a pink bunny. Oh, you've seen a pink bunny? Sorry, bunny. Let's get serious here for a moment. I'm of course talking about pop figures. This week I got a fresh stash. And it is, yet again, a Star Wars fresh stash. But there's something special about this one. I think this first pop figure I'm going to show you will explain everything. It might not explain everything, but a lot. The first pop figure in this fresh stash, Star Wars themed fresh stash, is Yoda. But if you look really closely, there's something wrong with this Yoda. He has like a different face. His hair looks different. There's something off with this Yoda. If you remember No Man's Sky, which is an exploration game somewhere in space, when it was released, it was not good. And someone made a trailer, spoof of their trailer actually, where they put like Jurassic Park music on the trailer that showed a lot of creatures, and then they showed the actual game and they put up this kind of instrument like perfect reenactment. Anyways, that's the music I hear in my head when I see this pop figure. It's like what? Did you buy Chinese knockoffs? No, these are really Funko Pops. They're proper Funko Pops. I got these at tinytitan.be. They have quality stuff. They would never do that to me. No, what is special about these is that it is the concept series. So these pop figures are based on concept art for the characters that we know and love, basically. So the way they could have looked if they had made different creative choices back in the time. And we all kind of feel when we see these pop figures like, oh yeah, they made the right choices. Now, I want to ask you guys, do you really think, for instance, they went for this Yoda and we were in a different universe, in a different dimension even, and they would have picked this Yoda if we would have felt like, yeah, they made the right choice? Because that's it. We grew up with that. We saw all these movies. Of course it makes sense for us. Just think about it. Oh, you're not going to do that right now? Okay, fine. Makes sense. So we need to continue with the video. So the first one is Yoda from the concept series, and he looks weird. Now, there's 3 more of these. This is kind of less freaky. It's Tricipio, as he might have looked if they had picked a different start. Now, if you look at the concept art on the back, you see what it is actually based on. And yeah, he looks a little more human, I guess, less slender. Like the facial proportions are different. Smaller eyes. This could have worked, in my opinion. I think a lot of the charm with C-3PO came from the actor that was actually inside. And I feel, but that's the weird thing about this. We're so programmed, our brains are so used to seeing that Tricipio that we've seen in the movies. Why do I keep saying Tricipio? C-3PO! C-3PO, D. I'm dyslexic. Yeah. Now you know that. Still, I like this series. It's kind of cool to see what they could have looked like. His body, right? You all know his body. It's R2-D2, of course. As he would have looked if they had used different concept art. Now, the biggest difference here is the smaller arms that like extruded from his like head segment. I don't even know if you can call it a head. And like the big central eye, which he kind of has, but it's not as prominent and not as big in the actual version than it was in this concept art. I don't know if the little arms would have worked. I think the decision to not do that might have been a really practical one, and it makes sense. It is all silver. I do think they did not really, at this point when making this concept art, although if I look in the back, he looks like he's freaking out. He doesn't look that different if you look on the back. It's just those little arms, I guess, and the bigger lens. It's not an eye. Now, the last one is another important figure in this whole story. I do not know if there's more of these. I do think there's more, or there might be more coming, but I need to research that. The last one out of this box is Darth Vader. If you kind of remove the head, which you should not do, come on, don't be rude. It looks pretty similar. It's just the helmet is so different. It almost looks insect-like. So this is the concept art that he's based on. It has more this weird snout. It's almost like they took Darth Vader, put a vacuum on his face. Like, oh, I think there's some dust in that little roster you have there. Let me, like the cleaning lady, like, oh. Sorry, man, I think I broke your helmet. Yeah, I'll see myself out. Please don't choke me. And then she left. And she was choked anyways because it's Darth Vader. But it is interesting, like the eyes have a different shape to them. Like a light tint of silver gray in the paw figure, while the drawing depicts him as being more of a blue gray, and then yeah, the blue gray is basically like a reflection. It's kind of weird, but that's what I like about them. This was a very interesting fresh stash, even if I say so myself. I really hope they release more of them, or there are more of them. I'm definitely going to research that. Now, my question of the week is, which of these four is your favorite? Is it the Yoda? Is it the C-3PO? I almost said Tricipio again. Is it R2-D2, or is it Darth Vader? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, if you thought, oh, that was kind of cool, just that yelling guy, what is up with him? He does have an epic beard, but other than that, what? Just give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. And make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell icon, because I promise you, I'll be back next week with a fresh video. Till then, bye-bye.